Hello everyone, I'm Nu-Trix, and today we're testing something very simple. I just want to see if my iPad supports natively the RodeCaster Pro. For those who follow me, you know that I work in a school and we bought this at school. Now I'm actually learning it to teach it to the students and the teachers so they use it correctly. It's made for a podcast. I'll do another video just on the RodeCaster Pro, but while learning it, I was like, okay, does it work with the iPad? Does it actually is native? So, and there's many ways if it works that I could use it, but by default, can I just hook it up and see it? So I took a USB-C to USB-C cable, basically this little cable here, both and, because that's what you have on the RodeCaster Pro. And that's what I have on my iPad M1. So I plug it in. I went to Basstation 3. And when I look at the screen, I don't see anything that tells me that it doesn't work or that it works. So it's plugged in. It's plugged out of the back. There's a Bluetooth, but I don't want to use a Bluetooth. That's not what I'm looking for right now. If I press play, actually, yeah, I'm going to play just from this section here. I'm just looping something. I'm not hearing anything coming off the iPad itself. So it's being sent to the cable, I'm guessing. And when I look at all this one is for the iPad. No, doesn't work. Because this is linked to an audio stereo input at the back. This is linked to the Bluetooth. And all of these are linked directly to control microphone inputs. So that's not it. But this one is USB. It actually works. And if I put my headphones in, yeah, so it works. That's cool. So I can play it back and hear it. So this could be a sound card for playback. Then at the back of this, there's output to connect to speakers, and you get headphones out at the front, and you get 4 different headphone mix at the back. So it means that I could use my iPad live while I'm doing a podcast to trigger tracks, examples, whatever sound effects, stuff like that. I already have all of these as different sound effects, and you have 2 memory of that. So these are built-in samples you can just trigger when you need to, but it means I can use real-time my iPad. But now my next question is, can I actually use it the other way? Can I just plug a microphone here and record that in the track? So I'm kind of curious to see if it works. I'm using my lavalier microphone that I used in the past, and I'm gonna connect a cable straight into input number 1. So if I turn this on, I should have some microphone coming in. I've got some signal in. You can see that coming in here. And actually it comes in on the first one, and it comes here on the first one, and it comes on the master. So I have it 2 places, okay? So that's mostly what I want. I want to see microphone input and stereo output. Now if I take a track here, I just create a new track, add audio, and I put record, do I have any type of signal coming in? Click on, is that this one being recorded? I think that's this one. Do I have anything coming in? It doesn't seem to be recording anything. Let's try with another one. Aria Pro that I often use. Add track. Mono track. Okay, so this one is a recorded track. If I go, I want to record on that track. I've got signal. So it does work. I can see my microphone. I can touch it. So the microphone actually works the input. I'm curious. If I bring that down, it takes the master out. Okay, so it takes, and if, okay, so it works. But they're not multi-tracks, that's what it means. If I turn that down, if I bring this up, now it doesn't work because there's no signal here. Input matrix. Audio bus and normal. 1, 2. So it's stereo. Okay, so it's only a stereo feed for now. So you have 1 and 2. So that you've got the 2 because it's a stereo. But if I go here and I decide to go into channel 1, can I pan this? No, there's no panning on this. There's no panning on this. Okay, so that's not it. But and the output has just been sent to this left and right, so it's done. Interesting. So now I'm actually I want to change this here. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually using Zen Beats, and I see that I have a signal coming in right away, which is good. But can I control them separately? Can I say input number, whatever it is? Input, I only have 2 inputs. Outputs, I've got 2 with stereo. But this thing is supposed to send multiple output, because if I go into the menu, I go to advanced, I go audio, multi-track, and I go USB, I activate USB, it should send a multi-track over USB. So I should have track 1, 2, 3, and 4 separately. So I would have 4 microphones recorded separately. That's the goal. But now it seems to be combined. Like I'm connected in 2. If I disconnect, and I connect into 1, it goes back to the stereo signal, and it goes back into hearing it. It does work. If I go mute, it's muted. If I press on mute, you can hear it. So it does work, but it seems to appear only as a, let's see, can we have options here? Plugins, no output, audio, all outputs, all inputs. Like there's like, okay. Maybe, and that is sometimes the case when a device is in class compliant mode, some of them only go stereo, so that could be the case. I'm gonna have to look into this, but the first reaction is that you can use your iPad, and I'm guessing all iDevices, with this to send the signal to it, so you can actually play back into this, into your speakers or your headphones. Either you use that part of the podcast that you're doing, and whatever you're doing in it, you can actually record the stereo inside your computer or your iPad. You can actually record the stereo output inside your iPad. Now, my next quest will be to figure out if it can record multi-tracks. If it does, it's going to be a cool little setup that is very powerful, because I'm going to come back in another video and explain the internal process you have in this. It's simple. It's for podcasting, but it could be used for other things. But it's aimed for that. But still, you've got a lot of power into this, and it's very simple. For somebody who doesn't use a lot of consoles, get into this, you basically turn on the default values, and you're good to go. I'm simplifying, but almost that. So I'm doing a video just for that. And in the meantime, I try to figure out if you can have multiple outputs sent over USB to an iPad. I'll see. That's it for now. Hope you like this. Simple, quick. See you soon. Stay safe, make more music. Cheers, guys.